Hello for the first time audience. Solemn Dark here, bringing you the first in a series of Ironman XCOM Enemy Unknown. Playing the new game XCOM Enemy Unknown on the Ironman setting in single player. You have 4 difficulty choices: easy, normal, classic, and impossible. Easy and normal really don't pose much of a challenge, so we're going to go with classic, which is an extreme challenge for experienced players only. And under advanced options, we don't need a tutorial, but we will be selecting the Ironman mode, which means that there is only one save for the entire game that gets updated, so that you cannot reload a save. All of your consequences are permanent. It's asking me if I'm absolutely sure I want to do this. It can be incredibly frustrating, but I've played the game on normal, cleared it, and started playing classic. We're up for the challenge, so we'll enable the Ironman mode and accept. And we are going to be skipping most cutscenes, just so you know. Alright, so the first thing we do is we choose where our base is, a little bit about each option. You have 5 options. North America, where you'll start in the United States. Europe, I believe you start in England. I could be wrong there. Asia, South America, and Africa. Now, each one of these gives you a different bonus that you get immediately. North America, you get air and space, which means your aircraft and weapons cost less to purchase, build, and maintain, as it says there in the tooltip. This isn't a great bonus. It's okay, but really the aircrafts in this game are secondary. They're, in my opinion, nowhere near as important as in the previous iterations of XCOM. So while that is nice, the main reason to choose North America is you get your base in the United States, which means you immediately put a satellite in the United States, so you don't have to do that later, and you immediately start receiving 160 credits per month from them. That is by far the most amount of funding that any single country will give, so it's a nice shot of cash at the beginning of the game, and in an Ironman game that can be critical to success, because this game is going to be about how quickly you can advance your technologies, your weapon tech, your armor tech, and your overall technology to help you win the game with research and building, and initial cash will be key. Choosing Europe makes your laboratories cheaper, which means you can build more of them and therefore research faster. Workshops are by far the more important piece of this bonus, because you have to have workshops to get engineers, and without engineers you won't be able to continue to build and maintain satellites, which is one of the huge keys to winning this game. So 50% less build cost on labs and workshops could be quite helpful. Asia seems to be very popular because the officer training school costs 50% less. The foundry is where you can develop more technology, better grenades, better guns, things like that. The officer training school is where you get your 5th and 6th squad mates. You only start with the option to have 4, and as you progress through the game you'll be able to build an officer's training school and unlock those abilities. You can also unlock abilities that will allow you to get more XP per kill, leveling your soldiers faster, increase recovery time when they get wounded, and make it so that they're much less likely to be killed and more likely to be critically wounded, which is also awful because you suffer will penalties. So there's future combat. South America, we have ways. Autopsies and interrogations are completed instantly. I've read some things about this. I've even seen some people take this as a starting continent. I don't do that, and the reason why is each one of these, there are generally either 3 or 4 countries in each alliance, and I don't have those numbers exactly. But South America, there are actually only 2. I believe it's Brazil and one other that you need to put satellites over to get this bonus anyway. So all of the continent bonuses actually can be achieved in one single game. You have to have satellite coverage in every single country in every single region. So again, North America, you've got 3 countries. You've got US, Japan, and Mexico. Europe, I believe you have 4. Asia, you have 3 or 4. South America, only 3. And then Africa, I believe you have 3 as well. A lot of people like the all-in bonus because it's just 30% extra money. I think in the later part of the game that can be important. When you start out, you have so little funding anyway that I don't see it as significant, and you can eventually get that bonus by throwing 3 satellites there. So I actually am going to choose North America for the 160 credits. The next closest country only gives you 100 credits, so that's 60% more up front. That's what we're choosing.
The drop site for this operation will be in Canada.
Right, Vengeful Engine
We
operation.
picked up a local broadcast indicating alien activity within a major metropolitan area. We should get down there and eliminate any hostiles.
We'll do Central. So we're supposed to sweep the site and just kill all the aliens, and that will complete the mission. So we'll launch that. Non-skippable cutscene here. The Sky Ranger touching down and the soldiers coming out. And here we go.
Strike 1, this is Central. You are free to engage all hostile contacts in the AO. Don't take any chances.
Thank you, Central. Will do. Okay, so a brief introduction about this game. A little bit about the squad movement, options, things of that nature. So obviously we start with 4 squad mates, like I've mentioned, upgradable to up to 6 squad mates. That'll happen later in the game. And there's a couple things you want to be aware of. The top bar here that I'm mousing over is health. So each soldier starts with 5 hit points, and every time they gain a rank, they level up, so to speak, they get an extra hit point. So leveling in the Ironman version of this game is critical. If you lose too many men, you'll fall behind. The enemies will do more damage, and so you want to avoid that if at all possible. The second bar is the least helpful bar here. You'll almost never use it. It's a pulse bar. From what I understand, it really doesn't affect the game much. I've played through twice. The only time you're going to see it change from this is when a squad member is starting to panic, which happens if one of their friends is killed or critically wounded, or if they are critically wounded. And when that happens, often you will lose control of the character. They'll either do something random, shoot one of their friends, shoot an enemy, run around. You just lose control of them. So this is kind of their panic level, but I don't think there's any discernible way to lower that. The last one is by far the most helpful. This is your turn counter. Each squad member, each round, is given 2 actions, 2 turns. The first action can be either a movement or a shot. The second action almost always has to be a shot. There are some exceptions to that. If you notice all of the blue area around here, that is saying that my soldier can move into anywhere in this blue area and it will only consume 1 move. If I'm to mouse outside of this, you'll see an orange area come up. That will require both of my moves, and it will say that I have to dash there, which means that I cannot move there and shoot. If I were to move here, I would still be able to move there and then shoot, whereas if I were to move here, my turn would be over for that soldier. So there's a little bit about squad movement also. These soldiers are very, very basic. They're all rookies, so they don't have any special abilities. They have a fire button, they have an overwatch button, and they have a grenade. And then when they are in cover, they will have an ability to hunker down, which will give them more defense at an aim penalty for that turn. So let's talk about cover for a minute. Cover is indicated by these little shields that you see there. That would be an example of full cover. There's nothing that can get through that. A bullet would have to penetrate that for your person to be hit, whereas something like this would be half cover, much easier to hit. So when you are in full cover, you are given a 40% aim penalty against anyone that tries to shoot you. So if an alien immediately starts with a 65% chance to hit you, which is standard, they would suffer a 40% aim penalty to that, so they'd only hit you 1 out of 4 times. Here, when you're in half cover, you only get a 20% aim penalty to anyone shooting at you. So in a game of Iron Man, XCOM, you always prioritize full cover, and we'll try to do that as much as possible because half cover can be very, very dangerous. And so what we're going to begin by doing, typically these maps, you want to scout them, you want to look at them a little bit, you don't want to move your men before you take a look at what you can see. Obviously you can't see much because there is a fog of war in effect, but there's some lighting and we can see an alien structure here, we can see a pallet here. This is clearly a shipyard of some kind. We can hear the water in the background. These little lines indicate the edge of the map, and so if you scroll around you'll notice that we are at, this is a longer map because it's only this wide. And as you continue down, you'll see that there's more stuff that you can't really see. It looks like you can see a light structure there. Scouting is very important in this game. You need to plan your moves ahead. You want to try to always stay in full cover if at all possible. Also, by scrolling up, you can see the tops of buildings, and you can see that there is more cover, like there and there. It won't let me see that because that's the furthest that I can dash to, but that is more cover. So you want to take advantage of tops of roofs in some circumstances, especially later in the game when you have snipers. So anyway, that's what the map looks like, and you kind of want to ask yourself, well, where would the aliens be? Generally, I've played this map quite a few times. All of the maps are generic. They are not random. They will recycle throughout the game, so you play through once or twice, you'll have played just about every map in the game. Typically, there is going to be a group of aliens in here, or possibly back here in this area. So by moving your soldiers into this area, it's very likely that you're going to discover aliens almost immediately, so you need to be aware of that. And because there's full cover, I'm actually okay doing that. So we're going to move this gentleman, Thomas Brown, first. So Thomas is going to move.
X-ray spotted.
And like I thought, there would be aliens.
We're witnessing something never before seen in recorded history.
Okay. So just about any time you see aliens, with rare exception, when you discover them, because this guy saw them, the aliens see you and they immediately scatter. So the reason that we can't see them is they're all in cover in the fog of war. And there was a little alien icon here. He can now not see them. So he's looking through this window. He was actually looking through 3 different panes of glass to see these aliens. They've all scattered. Now, one thing we want to do, so I've used one movement here, but I have another one still in queue. One of the initial tips that I recommend to just about anyone playing the game is get in the habit, if you can, of only using one movement per soldier, per squad mate. Because if you see somebody on your 3rd or 4th squad mate and you've used up everybody else's moves, it can be really hard to take those aliens down. As a result, we want to try to conserve those. So I'm going to take each movement one at a time, and I think I know where I'm going to put my soldiers. What I'm looking for is a configuration that I can shoot any aliens that come out on their turn, because I'm going to be putting these guys into Overwatch, which basically means as soon as they see an alien in their line of sight, they will immediately take a shot, even though it's not their turn, so it's kind of like an extra movement. So, I'm thinking that I want to have one here, one guy here, because it is full cover, and that's our ideal. Another guy here, because that's full cover. And then also, even though this is a little bit exposed, I may go here because it's a little bit closer, or I may decide to play a little bit more defensively and keep one here to stay on the other side. In fact, that does look a little bit better. If I keep these guys here, it's very unlikely that they're going to be seen. This guy can shoot around this corner, this guy can shoot through the windows and doors, and so can this guy. So I think that's probably what I'll do. Now I need to be careful because I want to make sure that everybody can move to their appropriate spots. It looks like I won't have any problems. I'm going to post this. Actually, I think I'm going to post this guy here because he may be able to see somebody out here by moving here. If I were to post him here, as you can see, he would only be in half cover, which is not good. So we're going to opt for the full cover and move back here. Okay, and he cannot see anyone, and you notice his shield is full. That means he is in full cover, just like this guy's. You notice these guys don't have a shield because they're exposed right now, so they definitely want to move into full cover as soon as possible. And it looks like both of these guys can make it to either spot, so it doesn't really matter where we put them. So we'll go ahead and put Simon here, there, and they're looking at the door, and put this one here. Now again, notice I've only used one movement for each person. I could dash to different places, but I want to set up a kill zone, and so I want to use Overwatch. Again, this is the fire option. It's usually number 1. Overwatch is number 2. Click number 2 and it says fire on the first enemy that moves within your line of sight at a small aim penalty. Not a huge aim penalty. Basically, you're getting free shots, and typically they're going to move into your line of sight when they are out of cover, when they're exposed. So you're suffering a small aim penalty, but they don't typically have any cover, so that's a great thing. Throwing frags will cover more, and then hunker down, like I mentioned, if you're behind some cover, it doubles your cover bonus and provides immunity to crits, but reduces your sight radius, so you can't really see as many aliens because you've got your head down and you're ducking. So again, we're going to put everybody on Overwatch. One of the keys to winning an Ironman game is almost living on Overwatch as much as you possibly can. So we're going to do that quickly. Everyone's on Overwatch. Now we're going to wait and see what the aliens do. And you can hear one of them boosting. You can see a boost over here. That means one alien's giving another. Oh my goodness, that's another group of aliens. Wonderful. So there are 6 uncovered aliens on the map. 2 of them have shot, 1 of them hit. Fantastic. The other 2 are hightailing it out of there.
Self-destruct when the operator dies. We should look closely for any fragments that could be salvaged for our own development programs.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Vaughn. So we see here this alien died, and if you watch the animation closely, you'll see that his gun falls to the floor and kind of disintegrates. As long as you kill the alien without the use of an explosive on its final hit point, it will die. The corpse will then be recoverable, and you can then use it to dissect or sell or create something else with it. And you can also salvage the alien gun fragments that you'll then use to create better weapons to fight these guys with. So using explosives destroys all of that, so that is a penalty. Sometimes in Ironman it literally cannot be avoided because it's either that or die. Explosives always hit, whereas sometimes other things do not. So here, for example, this alien is in full cover, so that's a huge problem. He's getting a 40% aim penalty for me. You look at more info, he's in high cover. They call it high cover, it's full cover, whatever. I would normally have a 65% base chance to hit him. It's being subtracted by 40, so therefore my chance to hit is 1 in 4, which is absolutely awful. He's also mind merged. That means another alien is boosting him. If you look, you'll see his brain is glowing. Another alien in the background is giving him a bonus, and that means that he gets 25% crit chance and +1 health, so he's harder to kill. The advantage that you have with shooting at an alien that is mind merged, you actually don't have any advantage to shooting him, but if you can find his buddy, if you kill his buddy, it automatically kills him, so that's a great thing. Unfortunately, we can't see him. We have a terrible aim percentage, and so we're probably not going to take that shot. The issue, though, is what do we do with this soldier, because we have aliens here, here, and here that we can see, and then we have another group of 3 that are sitting around hiding somewhere, unless that initial group came in here and we saw them again, which I'm not sure. So the problem is, in fact, no, I know that didn't happen because we killed one of them and there's still 3 left. So it was 2 groups of 6 aliens. We've killed 1, so there are 5 out there just waiting for us to walk into the trap. So this is a very tenuous situation. We want to look and see what other options are. Okay, so we look here, we mouse over this. This alien, again, 25% aim chance because he's in high cover. This alien only in partial cover. If you look, low cover is what they call it. So I'm only losing 20% there. Much better odds of hitting him, almost a coin flip. So if I'm going to take any shots, it's probably going to be at this alien. The issue remains, though, do I want to risk that? Do I want to try to take a defensive stance? I think, initially, this guy can't see a thing. If I were to move her here, or this girl, she will probably be able to see that alien as well, which is good because, again, she's still in high cover, and her hit percentage will be 45% on that alien, if not slightly higher, because she's closer. Thankfully, those aliens were not on Overwatch. I didn't see anyone go into Overwatch. Had they done that, if she would have crossed their line of vision, they would have automatically fired on her, which would have been very bad. Okay, so she can actually see that alien, and that could be very good because I believe that alien may be the one boosting this alien. I'm not quite sure, but it's worth taking a shot at because, again, if I'm able to kill this alien, this one automatically dies. It's a free kill, so let's go ahead and take that shot. And we're unlucky. Unfortunately. My sentiments exactly. Okay, now, banking on is that I'm going to be able to go in and see that other alien again with this guy. I'm hoping that he can actually see him, because if he can, again, killing 2 aliens with 1 shot is fantastic. Okay, he can see 3. So we always want to evaluate our options here. 45% chance to hit there, 45 there, and 39% there. Because he is closer to him, he can see him a little bit better. So again, we're banking on the fact that this guy is mind merged with this guy, and so for that reason we're going to try this shot one more time. Come on. Miss. Okay, this is not going well. So my problem now is I cannot put him here and leave him completely exposed, and he can only move up through here. Ooh, now, that's interesting. It would be exposing him. This guy could easily run in here and shoot him, but his hit chance may be higher on this alien or even possibly on this alien. I think I'm going to do that because I think we'll probably have a grenade option on one of them, and that could be fantastic. So, okay, you can see all kinds of aliens. 45% all around, except for on this alien. But, if you'll notice, we go look at frags, and we are in range. This will insta-kill both of these aliens because neither of them are being mind-merged, therefore they only have 3 health points. And a frag grenade does 3 damage to anyone in that blast radius. Because these aliens are right here, right in my face, I think I want to do this. I may regret it. In fact, I may actually take a moment to evaluate that, because this guy can see this one at 25%. I want to see... I cannot get him there without dashing, which means I'm going to lose my ability to shoot. If I wanted to put this guy there, he may be able to see... I still think he'd only be able to see this alien. That's really not going to help me. So I'm going to move him here and see if he can see anything else. No, he can see nothing, so he's absolutely useless to me. I'm probably going to put him on Overwatch as a backup shot in case these other aliens get close. And this guy is going to go ahead and try to frag these two, because my other guys have had absolutely abysmal luck in killing anything this turn. I would like to try to preserve some of my cover, so I'm trying to keep this away from blowing up this wall. And we want to kind of be strategic about how you place this, but at the same time we need to keep both of those aliens in that blast zone. So I'd also like to blow up some cover over here. Grenades are great for blowing up cover. You blow up cover, you increase your chances of hitting anyone in that area, because they can't hide behind that cover anymore. So I think that's pretty safe. We're going to try that and pray that it kills this alien too. Die, aliens. Yes!
You may want to instruct your men to exercise restraint when using explosives. While certainly effective at killing aliens, they also destroy the artifacts we're hoping to recover from the bodies.
Yes.
Just something to consider.
I would rather keep my squad mates alive. It looks like I may actually still keep those aliens' bodies, which would be nice. I might have just lost the alien artifacts from their weapons. And again, this guy can't see anyone, can't move anywhere useful. If he were to move here, he'd be able to see the aliens, but he would not have an Overwatch, so I'm just going to leave him in Overwatch for now. And pray that no one comes in and crits on me really hard. Let's see what happens. Looks like a mind merge may be happening here. Yep. So he is boosting him again. So this guy is probably going to come in and try to do something offensive. Yeah, he's going to try to take a shot. Ooh, crit. Wow. Welcome to Ironman mode. Classic difficulty, higher difficulty, and I can't do anything about that. That guy is just dead. I can't reload the save. I can't try that again. It's kind of awful. So at this point, I've got to decide: is it worth it to try to take this guy down? He can probably see him. 38%. That's actually awful. This guy might not even be able to see him at all. Nope. You look at the line of sight, and that guy's hiding there. So my problem is, do I try to flank this guy? I don't even know if this will be considered a flank shot. Try to kill him. Now the good news is, this guy does have a grenade on him. If I could get here and maybe be able to throw the grenade back here, again, it would kill this guy, instantly killing this guy. It's risky. It's an awful proposition any way you look at it, because it puts this guy at immediate risk. But I think I just have to decide, do I want to go here, or do I want to go there? Not really sure either way. This guy also has a grenade. So I guess, oh yeah, it was the guy that died, the girl that died. She was the one who used up her grenade. So both of them have a grenade. That means I could theoretically go both there, and just hope and pray that I can hit that other alien from the window and see what I can see there. I also have the option to go to this door, which might give me better vantage to throw the grenade out. So for that reason, I think these guys are probably going to end up, this girl here, that guy there, if this girl cannot hit that other alien with her grenade from there. So wish me luck. Oh, Overwatch. Okay, and I could not see that Overwatch, so I didn't know that was going to happen. Probably should have expected it. Now that's entirely blown away, which is interesting. That actually might have been really good, because I could probably kill that alien if I need to. So, this should be interesting. I think I should be able to reach this alien with my grenade. Oh yes, I can. Fantastic. Okay, now, it would be ideal if I could get that alien in there, but the blast radius on these grenades leaves a little bit to be desired, so... again, this is going to take out 2 aliens, and I'm okay with that. If we can get these 2 aliens gone and save the rest of our squad, that'll be a job well done. So let's go ahead and do that. Again. So he's dead, and his brain just fries because his friend helping him is gone. And his plasma pistol exploded into fragments, which is great. I get to recover those. Those will not be recoverable because I used the grenade, but that is okay. My soldiers are alive. Well, 3/4 of them anyway. And that's what we're going for. Okay, so we have another problem here. Fire. Fire is not your friend in this game. The soldiers will not walk onto it, so that tile is now not usable. Otherwise, I could have used that cover to blow this alien away, which means that this guy is going to have to take an interesting shot here. Hopefully, he'll be able to see him decently and take him out, which will really solve a lot of problems. How many dead aliens do we have? The initial one that we killed, plus 2 more, plus 3 and 4. So I think we've got 2 more out there. One we can see, one we can't. I'm hoping that this won't be awful and I won't get shot here and die a horrible death. Here we go. Okay, 50% to kill. Not bad. Again, do I play it safe? Do I throw a grenade at him and just kill him? Or do I take the 50-50 shot and hope he doesn't come through and blast one of my men away? It's one of the things that Ironman really makes you ask, because you can't reload if you screw it up. Do I care about his alien weapon fragments that much? Or do I want to preserve the life of my soldier? My gut says the fragments are going to be intensely useful, but at the same time, it's a hard decision, because sometimes you just want to win the mission and just be done with it, because these guys are ridiculously difficult. I don't think this alien is in Overwatch. I think he probably would have seen me if I moved there, so I think I'm okay to move up here. What I'm probably going to do is I'm going to move up here and take a shot with him unless something crazy happens. If I kill him, great. If not, I'm going to have to use that guy and throw a grenade. So let's try this. Okay, just see the one alien, 45%, not awful. Again, I don't think the grenade will reach with... Oh wow, it actually will? That's great. Huh. I didn't think that would reach at all. So I've got all kinds of options. Because that's a 45% shot, and this is a 50, statistically I take this shot, and I use this guy to throw a grenade. And because I'm paranoid, I'm going to just double check that, because I was shocked that that reached, but it looks like not only does it reach, it blows up all that cover, which is great. This is some cover that will not blow up. This crate would, this stuff would. Blowing this stuff up, yeah, this is non-destructible, so that's fantastic. I'm definitely going to do that if I need to, but I'm hoping that I can save my grenade and save that guy's movement if I can put him on Overwatch. But let's try to shoot this guy. Come on, buddy. Take him out. Ah, you missed.
Oh, missed.
Yes, you did. Another option would have just been to nade him and put that guy in Overwatch so that if his buddy wandered in, I could take a free shot at him, but what can you do? Here we go.
Incoming!
Here we go. See ya. He's dead.
Good work out there,
Well,
Strike One.
I guess I killed all of them.
Commander, the labs are on high alert. Teams are standing by for your orders. We can begin researching the newly recovered artifacts immediately.
Okay, Dr. Volin, thank you. So here's my mission complete. Says Operation Vengeful Engine was completed. Alien abductions in Vancouver, Canada at 11:20 p.m. Killed 6 aliens. Best possible outcome there. I don't think you can get another outcome if you finish the mission successfully. And I did lose 1 operative, which still says I did good. It doesn't feel good, but what can you do? Now we're heading back on the Sky Ranger to tell our base that we lost one. We're flying back into North America now, or the United States.
Welcome to XCOM HQ, Commander.
Thank you. Skipping your cutscene. Alright, so rookie Odette Simon from France, I believe that is, was killed in action. Sorry about that. And we've received 2 promotions because they got kills on their missions. Rookie Thomas Brown from the UK got no kills, therefore he did not get a promotion. But Sigrid Nielsen from the Netherlands and Yukata Yoshida from Japan, I hope that's Japan, did get promotions. She's been promoted to a sniper role, and she's been promoted from a rookie to a squatty, which is the first rank.
Our snipers specialize in dealing massive amounts of damage from afar.
Nice.
But without sufficient training, they're vulnerable in close combat situations.
Absolutely true. So his first
labs. Commander to the research labs.
Yes, I'm coming. His first ability as a squatty is his headshot, so you don't get a choice there, that's just what you get. So you notice he's outfitted with a sniper rifle instead of an assault rifle, which obviously is better at range. Interestingly, with this gun, which I would assume is probably true to life, the closer you get with the rifle, the sniper rifle, the less accurate it becomes. So it is meant for long range. You want to keep this guy in the back of your group. So he gets headshot, which says fire a shot with 30% critical chance and extra damage on crits based on the tech level of the sniper rifle. So this is a tech level 1, level 2 is a laser rifle, and level 3 is a plasma rifle. So the better his gun, the higher his crit chance.
Commander to the research labs.
Yes.
Commander to the research labs.
2-turn cooldown, so he can only use this once every 3 turns, I believe. So it looks like that's already been selected. So anyway, he's a squatty, he's a sniper. His HP, he just got an extra health point because he got a promotion. He has no defense because his armor is terrible. His will is 42, which is not great, and his aim is 75, which is just standard. So that's him. And then Sigrid has become a heavy.
The heavy weapons specialist provides a crucial service to the squad. With the rocket launcher in tow, there are demolitions experts.
Yes, so their ability is a rocket. They are given an LMG instead of an assault rifle, and as a squatty they get fire rocket,
Commander to the research labs. Commander to the research labs.
Wish I could disable that. Fire rocket using equipped launcher. This ability cannot be used after moving. Very important. You cannot move and then fire the rocket launcher. I guess you have to have the stability to take that shot more than once per mission, unless you have abilities that give you different options, and we'll see those in a bit. Her HP was 5, gets an extra one, and her aim, Heavy's aim, is always awful. You want to keep them kind of closer.
Commander to the research labs.
And
Commander to the research labs.
So anyway, there we go. So those are our soldiers. We've lost one, and we've still got a rookie, so we'll have Thomas Brown plus another rookie, and hopefully get them promoted to our assault and support roles next mission.
The recovered artifacts are being unloaded, and the research team is awaiting your orders. We'll get started as soon as you give the order, Commander.
Okay, so I have 3 research options, which we'll discover in a second. 6 sectoid corpses and only 4 weapon fragments because we used so many grenades. I believe the most you can get is 2 weapon fragments per sectoid for a total possible of 12.
Commander to the research labs.
It's not great, but you gotta do what you gotta do. Okay, so they're yelling at me to go to research, so we'll do that first. This is Dr. Volin. Here you just basically research any tech that you found. Weapon fragments I can't do because it needs 5. I only found 4. Alien materials, same situation, 5. So my only choice is to go with xenobiology, and we'll learn some stuff by doing that, as we'll see in just a minute.
I realize our troops have to put their own survival first, but Every alien we use explosives against is one less opportunity to recover new artifacts.
Yes, Dr. Valen, we'll give you a sniper rifle or a shotgun and you can go out there and see how you feel about that. So, anyway, in 8 days with my current amount of scientists, I will have the xenobiology researched.
Commander to engineering.
Give me different
Commander
options.
to engineering.
Let's go to engineering before they start shouting that. This is, I forget his name. He's nicer than Dr. Valen. So here you can build and buy items through the engineering unit. We can buy medkits, which we will do once we get a support class because they have abilities to heal. I could give this to my guys, but quite honestly, my squad members aren't that valuable to me yet. And cost. Cash is king in this game. I don't have a lot of credits. I don't want to spend 25 credits on that. I can also build satellites, which satellites are key. We'll talk about those in just a second. Also, building facilities.
We still got some room to grow up here, but if we really want to expand our facilities, we're going to have to start excavating beneath the base. Unfortunately, the deeper we go, the more it's going to cost.
Yes, and what he's referring to is building access lifts. As you build access lifts, the cost gets greater. Each access lift you build has a maintenance cost per month, and then you have to excavate anything that doesn't look like this. These are primed and ready to go to build facilities. Here I have to spend 10 credits to excavate. Down here it would be 20, 40, and 80 credits to excavate. Each level it doubles. So you want to be very careful about the way that you build.
Commander to mission control. Commander
yes,
to mission control.
Steam is great because if you build a generator over a steam vent, you get bonus power. It costs more, but it's incredibly effective, and we've got one on the second and third levels, which is very fortunate. This is random every time. We'll talk more about satellite uplinks probably in the next video. They are key to winning this game. And it's yelling at me to go to, where did they want me? Mission control. This is going to be kind of your main central hub, and it wants me to start scanning for activity. I'm not going to do that until I queue up some actions yet. It's going to tell me that in 8 days there's xenobiology research that will be done, and then I can research other things. And in 31 days I have a council report. You have a council report on the last day of every single month, I believe at midnight, so right before the next month, and that's when they assess how well or how poorly you did, give you money, bonuses, things like that. Still haven't figured exactly what this is for. It changes the globe and makes it look cool. But anyway, those are those things. The hangar, again, like I mentioned before, the aircraft in this game is not incredibly important. There's a couple of things you need to know. You want to have one ship in every single continent that you have satellites in. Right now, we can't even go to the situation room. It won't even show it to me, so it won't show me how many satellites we have. I'll show that to you in the next video, but we only have one. It's just in North America. So right now, to build or buy any new ships for these other places would be simply a waste of funds. So anyway, I think that's enough on the base management section of the game for this video, and tune in next time. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to rate, or rather not rate, but thumbs up if you like the video, post a comment if you like, share it with friends, and please subscribe to the channel for more gameplay. Hope you enjoyed. This is Solemn Dark signing off.